Okay, welcome to the Fulham Fix, your fortnightly show about all things Fulham for you guys, the fans, and joining us as always, the one and only Fulham legend, Sean Davis. Sean, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, man. Nice that you're in a house today. You're not in the back of a car on a golf course.
Yeah, no, it's too wet outside to play golf. I'm a
Yeah,
fair weather golfer, really. I can't play in the cold.
no, that's fair enough, man. Yeah. But lovely to have you with us as always. And also joining us, our new signing, England international, and our number 15, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruben, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, man. Good. You've just literally this very second just finished training at Motspur Park. How was the session?
Yeah, it's a very good session, very long session after 2 days off. So got a bit of work in today. So yeah, just come off the pitch. Wet and gloomy day, but got to do the work.
See, Sean, man, you couldn't do it in the rain, could you? You're fair weather, man. You wouldn't be out in the rain
No,
training.
no, I prefer playing football in the rain, but I don't miss training in this weather, to be honest.
Brilliant.
Especially after a loss. I'm not rubbing it in, but after a loss, it was always, it's going to be a hard week. It's going to be a long week until the next game comes around. So I don't miss that scenario.
No, I'm with you on that. That's absolutely fine. Well, listen, we'll start as always, as we always do, with our big three. That's when we look back in the last couple of weeks of Fulham at our big three talking points. And we're going to start up first thing with number one, Sheffield United. Ruben, unlucky, I think, not to come away with all 3 points. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think that was the feeling afterwards in the dressing room, especially. I thought we started really well. They had, I thought, the second half, the first half, for about 30 minutes of the first half, it was good. But we came out second half, and I think we were the better team by far. And we had our chances, we just didn't take them, and ended up coming away with a point. But I think we looked at that afterwards and was like, there's loads of positives to take from that. But yeah, we should have got the 3 points. Was the feeling.
Yeah, very, very solid display. Sean, how would you rate the performance?
No, it was a massive improvement to go away to Sheffield United. It's a tough place to go. Obviously, they're not in the form they were last year, but I think we dominate the ball in most games. I just think at the moment it's just taking our chances at the right time and not get punished when we concede a chance. I think that's a lesson the team will learn, hopefully going forward. But dominating the ball, obviously upset not to come away with 3 points, but a point away from home in the Premiership is always a good point.
And Ruben, it was your debut as well. So was it slightly bittersweet? Normally it's such a big moment, an exciting moment for a player when they make their debut for a new team. What was your thoughts with it?
Yeah, I was mixed feelings, really. I think, first of all, I was just really happy to be playing after so long. I think it's my fourth start in over, 17 months. So, yeah, it's been a long time. So just to be playing on the pitch, I'm so grateful now. And like I said, we was unlucky not to get the win, and coming in the dressing room afterwards, feeling we should have got the win. So mixed feelings, but I think we come away from that with optimism.
Definitely. And along with yourself, other debuts as well, Tosin as well, Aderabaio. How do you think he got on, Ruben?
I think he did really well. He's a player that, is good with his feet. So, having a player that's a centre-back that's good with the feet can help us bring the ball out. And we dominate the ball like most games. And I've watched Fulham a lot. And I think we just need to take our chances.
Yeah, no, absolutely. How would you say, Sean, Tosin Aderabaio, one of our new defenders, there's certainly been a change. I mean, we've gone from conceding a fair few goals now to certainly reining that back in. What's your thoughts on Tosin? Made some very important tackles with Sheffield
Yeah,
United.
no, he looked composed on the ball, like Ruben said. I think the main thing is can he form a partnership, obviously, with Tim at the back. I think as a team, you need to get the back four settled. If you can name the same back four every week, it gives obviously the strikers a little bit more confidence going forward. So if he can cement his place and form good relationship, obviously with Tim and his right back, then it should hopefully lead to us trying to keep clean sheets and winning games. Because if you keep clean sheets, you've got a chance with the forward players we've got.
And it's looking pretty positive with Tosin and Tim Ream. But obviously we've got a couple of centre backs, maybe not fully fit at the moment, but Congolo. Do you see this as being Sean, the pair of centre backs that we're going to probably see for the majority of the season?
Yeah, it all depends how well, obviously, the lads get on now. If from now on, and the back four at the moment keeps a clean sheet and goes forward, then the players coming back from injury are going to have to fight to get the shirt. So it could change. Obviously, it's a long season, injuries, suspensions, especially at centre half, suspensions, because you can't tackle nowadays. So people get sent off left, right, and centre. So it's about, obviously, like I said, about the relationships you form in the team. So if these two at the moment that are in there form a good relationship, then it'll be hard to get in the side.
Ruben, would you say Tosin has fit in well behind the scenes? Is there a good relationship forming, would you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially when I come in, I felt welcome straight away. The boys were fantastic. And I'm sure they're the same with him. And he's not a quiet boy. He loves to talk around and stuff. So he settled in just fine.
Well, that's good to hear. We can't avoid this subject. We're going to have to mention it. But Mitro obviously had an absolute nightmare with this game. After the game, Ruben, what does he say anything to you guys? Does he apologise? Does he put his hands up, or is he quite quiet after a game like
that? Chef, you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just what everyone has those games where it just doesn't happen for you. And respect to Mitro, he kept getting himself in those positions. Even after he missed the pen, he kept getting himself in those positions around the box. And sometimes it just doesn't happen like what happened. So I think he's just got to keep going, keep believing that, I think when you're a striker, I don't know, but once one goes in, then it will start flowing. So hopefully that happens. But as a player, you can sympathise with him. All you can do is get behind it.
And are you guys able to lift him, make sure his head doesn't drop?
Yeah, definitely. That's our job as teammates. But also within himself, he's got to bring that back. That positive energy.
Our second big talking point in the last couple of weeks is simply needing a little bit of luck. I think we played really, really well against Palace. In fact, I tweeted straight after the game, it's weird to walk away from a game like that where you felt like you were by far the better team, the stronger team, but you didn't get anything from it. Hit the post twice. Ruben, on another day, did we win that?
Yeah. It's definitely a strange feeling to have most of the ball and come away, having not scored and lost the game. I think it's one of those ones, especially being at Chelsea, when you dominate the ball a lot, you have to always be switched on for when you lose it. Sometimes you get stuck in the mind frame of you just think about what's happening when you get the ball, but especially against a team like Palace when they got frightening pace up with Wilf Zaha, and they like to play on the counter. That's one thing you have to be concentrating on. Even when you have the ball, you have to be thinking to be in a position to stop the counter. But yeah, definitely a strange feeling to go away with a loss after dominating possession.
Sean, what's your thoughts on the game?
It just two moments where someone switched off. I think the runner came in for the first goal. Everyone kind of switched off. Just little moments in the game, which I think the team will learn from. It's not like the team are not putting in the effort, they're not playing well. I just think it's little moments where they're getting punished and it's not going well at the other end. But I'm not worried about us scoring goals going forward. I just think we just need to, be concentrated for the whole 90 minutes. It was the worst goal. When I saw we went down after 8 minutes against Palace, it was like, it's tough because they're so, organised and structured, it is very hard to break them down, and especially when you've got to come out and then they've got the pace going forward. So you give yourself an uphill battle, but we still plugged on, we still kept the ball, we still dominated. Didn't go for us, but like I say, going forward, hopefully the team can, realise that you can't switch off for 1 minute in the Premier League.
I think I read somewhere that the last 26, 27 games for Palace, when they've gone 1-0 up, they've not lost a game, and that's they are absolute experts in it. So, like you said, very unfortunate. Sean, how do you keep your heads up? When you're playing so much better, and Fulham really were playing better. Every pundit was saying it, on Sky, on Match of the Day, across the board. I think even you could hear it in the Fulham press section. James, who works there, was saying, everyone's saying, quality play, Fulham looking so much better, so much stronger. So how do you keep your head up? And I don't know if you've ever been in this position, Sean. I don't think you have with Fulham, maybe other teams where you've played so much better, but you're still bottom of the table and you're not getting the points.
There's only one thing: there's no real rocket science to it. You just got to work hard and keep believing. If everyone's on the same page and everyone believes in what the manager's doing and how they're playing, and it just comes down to hard work and keep them grinding it out. It's like when you're a player and you're going for a bad spell. There's no one else that you can look at but yourself. So you kind of just get your head down, you work harder, and there's no real, changing things. I think you just need to carry on doing what you're doing on the training pitch and hopefully learn from the small mistakes that you're making and then try and take that into the game. It's like each game comes along. I know we're losing, but the pressure builds up, but you can't think like that. It's just think about the next game. What did we do wrong in this game, and can we correct that in the next game? And if you get a result, then it builds confidence and the results come.
And it is so clear that we are certainly making progress from the first game to now. It feels like that the points are going to come if we keep performing like this and keep playing like this. Ruben, how is the mentality of the players after a result like that, where we've played so well but we haven't got the points?
I think it's normal to be upset after. I think you'd want your players to come in upset after a loss. It's normal, but today, after a couple of days off, you have to switch that mentality and come in and train properly and work hard. And the training today was fantastic. You don't want it to feel like you've come off a loss after a couple of days after the game. You want to be thinking about the next one. You want to have done your analysis on the previous game and on to the next one. And I think like Sean said, it's a few mistakes in the last game. It wasn't like the whole game we were coming off it going, we're so far off it. Do you know what I mean? It's a few things that we need to tweak as a team, and then I think we'll be fine because we play some fantastic football.
Agreed, which brings us on perfectly to our final talking point of the last couple of weeks, and that is the West Brom game. I mean, man, it's a really important. I mean, every game's important in the Premier League, but surely this game now is a must-win, Ruben.
Yeah, I think we was coming into this period where we're playing teams that are around us in the table, and you think teams that you think might be around us at the end of the season. So you need to take these games very seriously and take these games like a final, because these games are where you need to take the points, and we really need the points at the moment for our confidence and obviously for the table.
And I don't know, obviously you've not been with us long, but we have a wonderful tradition at Fulham of winning our evening games under the lights. And so it's a Monday evening game. It's getting dark super early. This is a big opportunity for the guys to really dig in.
I'm so gutted. I'm not playing in front of fans.
Man.
Yeah, because I played at Craven Cottage before when the fans are electric. So I'm gutted.
I mean, so on that note, obviously this it's been a tough start for us, but looking at the Premier League as a whole, there's been a lot of teams that have struggled. We're not alone. There's a number of teams around us that still yet to have a win. I think 5 or 6 teams, and a number of teams that you'd expect to be doing really well who are not doing well. Do you think the fact, Ruben, that fans aren't in the stadium has sort of taken away the home advantage that used to exist before.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. It's a very strange feeling, especially. I think the fans also put very good pressure on you as well to win, and you want to give the fans what they want, and with them not in the stadium and them not backing you as well, it's difficult, especially in the dying moments of the game where you have to dig in and things are hard and you're tired. The fans really give you that extra kick. Even as an attacking player, if you go past someone, do fantastic skill, there's no energy in the stadium, there's no noise. So very, very strange for me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, it's very unique to be inside an empty stadium. I can't imagine what it's like to play in front of no fans. Sean, West Brom could be a team that's in and around us come the end of the season, a team we played a couple of times, obviously last season. We know them well. What do we need to expect from them this time round in the Premier League?
I've watched them a few times. They're not bad. They're quite pacey out wide. I watched them away at Everton where they started the game really well. Diagana impressed me. I thought he played really well. It's a tough game. Listen, I don't go into it looking at it's West Brom. We need to win. I think regardless of who it is, you're at home. You need to try and win your games. I know it's difficult, obviously, like Ruben said, with the fans not being there. But it's a home game. Regardless if it's West Brom, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, I think you need to win your home games to have any chance of staying in the league. So, but West Brom, they're fighting for it. They're coming off a draw. Was it? They drew. Did they draw yesterday?
I think so.
Yes. I think they drew. Yeah. So they're going to come with full of confidence. They're going to look at us and think, the first thing their manager is going to say to them is, don't let us be the ones that give them their first win. So they're going to come with their tails up. For us, it's important to start the game well, which I think we do, but it's just that lack of concentration that we keep going back to. Can we stay focused? Can we actually get the lead and build on it so teams then have to come out onto us? Because we're always chasing the game. So can we get that lead early on in the game? Can we start the first 10, 20 minutes of a high intensity, get a goal, and then teams will have to come and open out against us, and then that's when we can find the spaces with our forward players and then pick them off and try and get a 2-3 goal lead.
And Ruben, are you guys feeling confident ahead of the Monday clash?
Yeah, definitely. I've been, especially myself, I've been confident going into every game since I've been here. Coming in, the training's fantastic. The quality in the group is really high, and the games I've played, we dominated the ball. And I feel like Sean said, if we get an early goal, because I think teams would want to sit back against us because we have quality in the final third. Yeah. If we get a goal and they'll have to come out, then I think we can really hurt teams. I think, like Sean said, we have to start well and get a goal.
Fantastic. Right, we asked the fans earlier, Ruben, if they had any questions for you. We've got a load of them. Would you mind answering some? Would that be cool?
No problem.
Awesome. Okay, first up, at Chicken Wizard. He wants to know, you've worked under 2 young managers, Frank Lampard and now Scott. What's it like working under a young manager? Is there more of a connection than working with, say, someone like Roy Hodgson?
I think because they've played the game, Frank Lampard and Scott Parker, they understand us as players a lot more. They've been through it themselves, and I think they're on their journey. They're at the start of their managing careers, so I'm sure they have the mindset of they have a lot to learn as well. But definitely, as a man management, point of view, they understand us as players more.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? Did you play with any young managers?
I don't think I did, to be honest. No, I'm not that young. Obviously, Keegan when he came in, Ray Wilkins, Tigana, Harry Redknapp. Karl-Heinz Riedler took over for a few games when he was at Fulham. He was quite young and he was still a player, so he understood, but he wasn't there for that long. So I wasn't fortunate enough to get managed by a younger player, which I think would have suited me, because obviously I think actually Chris Coleman would have been the closest thing. He was quite a young manager when he took over at Fulham, and he understood me, and he kind of got what made me tick and what didn't make me tick, and what put me in a bad mood and what put me in a good mood. So that kind of helped me as a player going forward.
Sure. Wask FFC wants to know, Ruben, who's the most talented player you've ever played with?
I'd say Eden Hazard is up there for sure. In terms of talent, yeah, unbelievable. He was a player that could just turn it on. So he could not have the best training week, but on the day he just score, just to tear it up. So he's natural talent. Yeah.
Unbelievable player. Dejo 177 wants to know, what do you feel your best position is? Obviously, you've moved around quite a bit. What would you say is your best position?
Box-to-box midfielder. I like to have someone deeper than me, so I can have that license to get around the opposition box and get some goals. But definitely in that box-to-box position. I've played a lot of position. Even in the youth team, I play centre back and I play striker. So, managers see me as versatile, but see me as my best position is in that box-to-box position.
EJ Conway wants to know, do you feel your move to Fulham was needed to help your chances for an England squad call-up for the coming up Euros?
Yeah, so I felt like I needed to go somewhere and play as much football as possible. I felt like Chelsea at the time, they was bringing a lot of players in. The strength and depth is big, and I felt after coming off a big injury, I wasn't sure in myself that every time I got an opportunity, I could hold it down and play fantastically well after being out for so long. So I feel like I needed to go somewhere and play a lot of football.
Mark Holiday wants to know, come the end of the season, what would be your individual hopes for yourself and also your hopes for Fulham?
For myself, I'd like to have played, a lot of football, as much football as possible, and feeling like, that injury is behind me. I'm playing good football. Definitely that for myself. And with Fulham, I hope to achieve the highest possible rank in the table as possible. Yeah. And I think we have a really good group, and I think we're on the right path. But we like Sean said, a few changes, and I think we'll start to be on the up. And I definitely believe that.
Agreed. Talking of that group, Sean, I think a lot of people have been saying this, and I wonder your thoughts. I would say that this is a stronger group of players than when we came up last time. Is that fair to say?
100%. I think that even the team last season was better than the team that played in the Premiership before. I think this is the strongest squad we've had in a while, to be honest. I think there's a lot of different options there for Scott. Like I said, it all comes down to once we get that first win. I'm confident we will. I'm confident we will. There's a lot of talent there. It's just about, like I said, the players, knitting together, working hard. It's difficult as well because as a team, it's all about the team spirit and the bonding and doing stuff together. I always thought the best teams I've played in always had the best team spirit. And it's difficult, obviously, current climate, COVID, can't really do much, can't go out, you're stuck in your home. So that is hard to bond with the players. But going forward, I think that this team will gel, and once they get their first win, it will build confidence, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. The need to bond outside of the team.
Not like we used to do, not the kind of bonding we used to do, which was literally go to the pub and drink until you couldn't drink no more. Obviously, it's a different era now, but it's still, for me, the team. I don't know whether they can. Can they go and do stuff together? It's impossible. I don't know what the rules are with the players and what the players' instructions are, obviously, with COVID. So it is difficult.
Ruben, are you able to go out at all?
Yeah, we can. We just have to be careful. But my feeling, I don't want to increase my chances of getting it and spread it to my players, and then we miss out on games and stuff. So it's kind of like, for me, it's just focusing on coming into football and then going home and chilling out and stuff.
Yeah,
that's all really. I'm not too bothered about going out and having fun or whatever. So
okay. So David Gadd wants to know, what was your first impressions of the club when you first arrived, and what made Fulham such an attractive proposition to you?
I remember coming here as a young player in the academy, playing Fulham, and we always had tough battles with Fulham. So I remember this training ground very well. Brought back some memories. But the reason why I liked Fulham was because we played to really good football. And I watched them a few times at the start of the season, and they look playing really attractive football. And that's what I want, is to go somewhere where I can get touches on the ball. Yeah. And get that feel for the ball back and get playing football. So Fulham was attractive, and also it's not much of a change for me coming from Chelsea, which is I don't have to move house and stuff like that. So it looked an attractive move.
I've got a question that's literally just come in here from Ollie Clacks 29. Wants to know, what was harder, modelling for Burberry or gelling with a new squad? Did you model for Burberry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was harder? Was it modelling for Burberry or gelling with a new squad?
Definitely modelling. It was a very different experience. Hours and hours of changing clothes and stuff. So definitely the modelling part.
No, not everyone likes to have their photo taken as well, especially for a massive brand like that. Sean, did you have any moments like that where you were sort of, even if it's just advertising the shirt, mate?
No, mate, not really. To be fair, I got a face for radio, so.
No, you're good. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Right. One more question I think we got time for. There's a few here, but we're going to move on after this. But Sam Cooper wants to know, who gave you the best first impression at Fulham? So who was the one that, I suppose, who was the nicest when you first rocked up?
Who was the nicest?
Best first impression.
Nice. I don't know. TC?
Yeah?
Maybe. Yeah. He's a bubbly lad. He's a bubbly character.
Yeah. No, he's a nice bloke, a top bloke. But everyone was very welcoming when you turned up, yeah?
Of course, yeah. 100%, yeah.
Fantastic. Right, we are going to finish now with your starting 11, right? This is 11 questions to get to know the man behind the boots. Sean, I've thrown in a few for you as well, because we always want to get to know you better, if possible.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
cheers.
No worries, man. No worries. So, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, are you ready for your starting 11?
Okay.
All right. Shoe size.
Shoe size. So wait, hold on. You're gonna have to explain this to me a bit more. So what?
So you've just got to answer as honestly as you can to these. These are 11 questions to get to know you a bit better.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Sweet. So here we go. Shoe size.
Size 10.
Size 10. A go-to takeaway.
Indian.
Nice. And what, did you go hot?
No. I'm plain. I'm mild. Yeah.
Are we talking like a Pasanda or a Korma or something?
Yeah. Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Last time I went into the Indian closest to me and I ordered a Korma, he accused me of ordering a pudding. He was like, "Nah, that's a dessert. You can't have that."
I can't. I'm not good with spice.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not. All my family loves spice, like heat, except me. So
Yeah. Okay. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
Best advice: work smart, not hard.
Okay.
Oh, like I think working hard is the cliche one, but there's sometimes where if you work hard doing the wrong thing, you go further away from going in the right direction. So,
right. Do you remember who told you that?
My dad.
Oh, I like that. So what about you, Sean? Best bit of advice you've ever been given?
My old man always used to say to me, the harder you work, the luckier you get. So and I always kind of kept that.
Yeah.
Just work hard and good things will happen. So
the slightly opposite ends, you two.
Yeah.
I like that though. Right. What is your musical guilty pleasure, Ruben?
I like I like Ed Sheeran.
That is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I really like Ed Sheeran actually. But I normally listen to like the UK grime stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes I switch it up and listen to like Ed Sheeran slow kind of.
Every now and then, stick on the team, stick on Lego House.
Yeah.
What's your drink of choice on a night out?
I actually don't drink much, but if I do, it's tequila.
Oh, okay, nice, clean. Apparently the only alcohol that's a stimulant.
Is it?
Apparently so. Right, we are running very short of time, so I'm going to rattle through. If you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
Oh dear. It'd have to be tennis player or something.
So it would be in sport, 100%.
Yeah, definitely be in sport, yeah.
Nice. First football player you admired growing up?
Zidane.
Nice. Fantastic player. Not having a great time managing, though, at the moment.
That's football, isn't it?
A little bit hit and miss. Celebrity crush?
I'd say when I was younger, I'd probably Rihanna.
Okay. But not now?
Nah, as you get older, that kind of crush feeling, when you realise it's probably never going to happen.
What about you, Sean? Have you
I used to love the girl in Coming to America. That was the first one I watched, and I loved her ever since.
Okay, all right. Most famous person in your phone, Ruben?
Most famous. I don't have many, you know. I don't know. It'd have to be a footballer that's, I don't know, John Terry or Ashley Cole or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
What would it be? Invisibility.
Any reason for that in particular?
I'd like to be a fly on the wall in some situations. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? Superpower?
To be able to read people's minds.
Oh, a bit like What Women Want, that film with Mel Gibson.
Exactly. Yeah. Then life is drama free, right?
Yeah. Then you'd be able to get the girl from Coming to America. You know exactly.
Well, no, but then I might hear her say, "What is this guy doing talking to me?" So yeah, it's two different sides to it.
All right, we've only got a couple of minutes left. So final one for you, Ruben. Who's the best dressed member of the Fulham squad, in your opinion?
Best dressed. I don't know. Abu, maybe?
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean
there's some outrageous hoodies going on.
Some risky stuff, innit? Like, he comes in. But I'd have to give it to him for trying it. So
okay. I feel like you could have answered the same for worst dressed. But it's a bold choice, isn't it?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it's taken those bold choices. Well, listen, we are out of time now, but it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for tuning in to your Fulham Fix. As always, thank you to Sean. Cheers, Sean.
Cheers, lads. Take care.
And thank you very much as well to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and best of luck against West Brom, Ruben.
Thank you, guys. Thanks
nice one, guys.